Play. Love 15.
Well, doubles, the volleying yesterday at times was perhaps not its best, but it's certainly not going to be the case with Paes.
No, Paes is a much more dangerous volleyer. Stepanek's a terrific volleyer, but Paes is one of the best in the world at finishing volleys, where Stepanek just can sometimes just steer his volleys and be more concerned with making them.
I mean, of the 16 players that we have on show this week, Ash, would you put Paes as the best volleyer of the lot, ahead of the Bryans, or?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
He's definitely got fastest hands in the world, and the Bryans are pretty close second. Paes, for me, has more of a presence. He's very intimidating to play against. He never quite can be confident as to where he is. He does a lot of faking, and he reads the game so well.
It's interesting, Paes actually played 7 events this year with Stepanek. He's played 12 with other partners. But as we were saying, they played their first event together in June of this year.
And interestingly enough, they haven't played since winning that US Open. Paes has been playing a little bit with Danny Nestor.
Okay. Stepanek.
So, good start for Paes and Stepanek.
Okay.
He's got a very underrated forehand second shot, Paes. Just bunts this return. He can do a lot with this. Goes hard line and then straight at the right hip.
Love 30.
Understandable if there were just a few early nerves, wouldn't
Yeah,
big occasion.
He was late on that volley, didn't catch it out in front. That's why it flew wide on him. But you also feel Paes' presence. He's a difficult player to volley around, because you know if you go at his chest, more than likely the ball's coming back at you. You don't want to get involved in those exchanges. Paes.
Oh.
15-30.
It's a little unfortunate, that ball hitting the screen. Would have been a pretty effective lob.
Again, a lot of that miss is down to the movement of Paes, isn't it? Because Peya knows there's got to be a good volley.
Yeah, Peya was trying to get it sharp, short cross court to get it away from Paes. They're going after the Stepanek forehand, particularly forehand body. He's got a better backhand return. So far, Stepanek up to the task.
Actually had a match point, you'll remember, last year in the semi-finals to beat Bapana and Bupati, wasn't it, in the semis? Lost in a long breaker, I think it was in the third.
Yeah, and at that, prior to that match, they looked the team to beat. Paes, Stepanek, they'd played very well. They'd beaten the Bryan brothers. They'd beaten Granules Lopez. Undefeated in group play.
Super return.
Quality of the volley from Peya, knowing that he had to get it away from Paes.
Receive his choice.
Threaded the needle.
Well, he'll get a second bite of the cherry, though, here, will Stepanek. No surprise, he's opted to take the return. Deciding point, remember, at deuce, as always. That'll be a real boost for Alex Peya. This is for a close shave there.
That's a huge hold, having to hit second serves on those break points as well. Didn't really commit to that backhand return, Stepanek. It was more just a jabby, sort of pushy return. Didn't follow through.
Paes to serve.
How good is that? Supervision from Alex Stepanek.
And Paes hits this forehand swing volley better than anybody. A good chip. He gets in, takes a full cut at it. They're a tough team to engage in these sort of exchanges, these little touchy volleys. Paes, Stepanek hit them better than anybody.
Good example of what you're talking about. 3 Stepanek volleys early doors. Didn't really do much with them, was he? It was more defensive volleys, just finding the court. Didn't be aggressive with any of them. And it allowed Peya and Soares to get back in the rally.
Yeah, Paes is more of a finishing volley. He wasn't able to finish on that occasion, but he was trying to. The first volley he got.
A lot of good work. Just got a little excited, I think.
13-15.
And Peya, Soares, they're very familiar with these tendencies. They'll be going at Stepanek a lot at the net. A lot of respect for Leander Paes. All the doubles players do.
Talk about a tennis IQ and a doubles
14,
IQ.
15.
Leander Paes so high, isn't it? Just understands positions the court so well.
And reads the play. He's able to look at your racket face and know where you're going. And that's something that's difficult to learn. You either have it or you don't.
40-30. Game. Paes, Stepanek.
Not short on smiles, Paes and Stepanek as a team, and there's a few more there. Good start this, 2-1.
Paes, Stepanek, 2 games to 1.
This game right now.
He won that event with Leander Paes.
Oh yes, a little bit of fortune.
15 love.
First time in a while that Danny Ness has not been part of the season-ending championships.
And this is the area of Bruno Soares' game that's improved the most. When he started playing doubles primarily on tour a few years ago, he was serving and staying back. Now he's a pure serve volleyer. Soares in 2008 was an alternate at Roland Garros. He got in with Dusan Vemic and made the semi-finals, beating Kevin Elliott en route. Ali saw something in Bruno. They played doubles together the next year.
Oh, that's beautifully played, and to be fair, he was given a second chance, and maybe he shouldn't have been.
No, he shouldn't have been.
40,
He's got to put this
15.
volley away. Just doesn't get enough angle on it. It was a little high and awkward, but you've got to be able to turn your shoulders and angle that ball off into the doubles alley.
That's pretty special.
That's ridiculous.
40-30.
You can't cover the whole court. You have to give away certain shots, and this is a shot that you give away. Player's got to be looking middle. All you can do is just look up and say too good.
Game.
It's the side that is a little weaker at Stepanek beforehand. And he fails to make a return.
2 games all. $15 love. For service.
That's a well-placed serve from Stepanek, right at the forehand hip of Bruno Soares.
Such a good athlete, Stepanek, as well, isn't he, for his age? I mean, for a guy, with all due respect, to be 34 and still being a top 50 singles player, you've got to be doing something right in this era, because we know how physically tough it is these days. This is a guy who's probably not been helped by the surfaces that have been laid down over the years either. A guy whose offensive style has not been given a helping hand in too many departments there, but he has had a super career.
14 love.
Thanks, dude. No worries, that's fine.
14-15.
First double of the afternoon. Just long.
Game.
Good reaction volley from Paes. We'll say that a few times this week, I'm sure. And they have the advantage on serve, 3-2.
Love 15.
Talked about the format a little bit. I guess on tour, how many events on tour, finals wise? I'm trying to rack my brain. I think I've doubles before singles. It's always a slight issue, isn't it? With, I mean, for me, from my personal point of view, I think a scheduling perspective, it's better to have the doubles first. Would most doubles players agree with that?
All of them, I'd say.
I know, having been in Paris last week and Basel the week before, both of those events had their doubles finals before the singles. Worked nicely.
Yeah, that's disheartening. That's what Paes brings to the table. You think you're putting a volley away,
Love 30.
and he hits a winner. There's nothing worse. Reads it and has the fastest hands in tennis.
Oh, brilliant. Paes up in the pace on the forehand.
And one thing Paes does also is he goes at you with volleys, with forehands, and you almost try and look for retribution as far as going back at him, and then that's what he wants. He wants a chance to reflex balls. Just chasing his toss a little bit, Alexander Paes. He's trying to get into the net before he's finished his serve.
$15-14.
Paes and Stepanek are doing a good job at getting the ball away from Bruno Soares. He's playing eye. It's a net player's responsibility to help out the server, to get his racket on balls, to distract the returner.
Not that time, though.
13-14.
5 break points they've had a look at now, and they've yet to convert.
Left for service.
Future money returns made there, and Paes and Stepanek get the first break of the match.
This is where Peya and Soares need to cash in now. The Paes second serve, that's the one part of his game that's a little weaker.
15 love.
The ball actually hit down first, didn't it?
Peya's gone to that backhand chip a couple of times. Paes is so quick to get to that volley. Again, it's just such an aggressive intent with the volley. Paes, he looks for an opportunity to finish points. This isn't a bad return. A lot of players would just slice that through the middle of the court. Not Paes. Has the skills to finish off.
Yeah, good run put together midway through this first set. 13 of 17 and points for 5-2. A little excited there.
14-15.
One thing about Leander Paes as well is he makes his partners better. You look back at the history of his doubles. Winning slams with Martin Dam, winning slams with Lucas Louis, Radek Stepanek. None of those players have won slams with anybody else.
40-13.
He makes you better. Well, Stepanek just not moving forward enough, just moving sideways. Good return, but it was lower than it needed to be. If Stepanek had been on top of the net, would have been in a better position to make that volley.
That'll do nicely though. And more smiles for Paes and Stepanek. Been plenty of those so far. 27 minutes.
Stop 15.
Very well. Looks very sharp.
He takes pace off the ball. He chips that return down at your feet, forces you to hit up, and then he comes at you with a big forehand.
15 on.
And it's a difficult style to play against just because nobody really plays like that. Also, you're not accustomed to it. It's difficult to practice against somebody like Leander Paes. Old school doubles.
Stepanek's sharp legs couldn't get him there. He tried as he might, and he tried hard.
13-15.
Good hands from Alexander Peya. He's athletic, gets back for the overhead well. Look at the hustle.
Service.
Players want fast, confident overrules Mohamed Layani. Definitely producing that.
Doesn't lack in that department, does he, Mohamed? If he sees it, he calls it.
Good return, gets it down. Not a bad shot from Soares. Paes at full stretch, able to get that much on the ball. Good shoulder turn off the backhand volley.
Leander Paes shaking hands with the lines lady down there.
He's a showman.
Yeah. Returning really well, aren't they? And they're just killing him off the return. Line, cross, whichever way it was. Gets him.
And that combination, Stepanek hitting a second serve return with Leander Paes at the net. It's as good of a 1-2 as you'll find. Mike Bryan, Bob Bryan is pretty good as well.
So, set point.
Game.
Not quite that time. So, it keeps the set going.
Paes, Stepanek in 5 games to 3.
This is where Leander Paes really thrives. He'll be looking to get his racket on every ball here.
This is a guy who'll take control of the middle of the court at any opportunity.
15 love.
Yeah, just the wrong guy. Player's got to hit that ball at Stepanek. We've talked a lot about it today. Leander Paes, such an aggressive volley, just looks for a way to win the point every occasion. This wasn't a bad shot from Alexander Peya.
This has been a clinic from Leander Paes so far. Absolutely outstanding. Takes a little bit of luck to get it by him at the moment.
13-15.
That's been a very tidy set of tennis from the US Open champions. They've looked extremely sharp despite the fact they haven't played a great deal together this year. And they have a couple of set points.
Oops. 40-30. Game, first set.
Super stuff from Stepanek and Paes
Stepanek.
as they grab the opening set here. In good. It's been a struggle for him so far.
And 15 love.
Well, that's a terrific second serve, not only for the fact that it's an ace and wins Soares the point, but it also sends a message to Leander Paes that you can't just run around and look for forehands off my second. That was a much more assertive point from Soares. He continued to move forward after the first volley.
For a trick shot there with Bruno Soares.
13, 15.
As you so rightly say, not the sort of rally you want to be engaging in with Leander Paes. He sucks you in, doesn't he? You can almost feel. You can see Soares almost sort of teased into hitting this because of what's gone on.
Touch. 40, 15.
Yeah, he doesn't take it personally, Paes. He's actually having a laugh about this.
Net for service.
He hit that as hard as he possibly could.
Peya, Soares.
And it's still found the line with the fortune and Pace again.
First game,
Engaging in
second
a bit of
set.
banter. Rather in keeping with his personality.
15 love.
Not shy. Had his moment forward, really. Probably will be a career moment for him. Last year in Prague, in front of his home fans, doesn't get any better than that. I can tell you, winning that 5th rubber in the Davis Cup final, that will stay long in the memory, I suspect, of not just people that were there, but him, of course, and his family. Remarkable scenes they were in Prague. He beat Nico Almagro to lift the trophy.
Yeah, what a year for him. Wins his first Grand Slam, the Australian Open, and wins the Davis Cup.
At 15, 30.
They've been gifted 2 points. Paes Soares, a double fault, and then a rare volley error from Leander Paes. This is where they've got to put 2 points together to break serve. Because it doesn't happen very often against a team like Paes Stepanek.
For Alex Peya, 15-30, as you say, you've got to catch the momentum when you've got it, just starting to pick it up, and then a cheap point.
Yeah, well, that's a routine forehand for a guy that's won half of the #2 doubles team in the world in 2013. where Peya wants to go with his forehand is cross-court.
30-14.
That's one of the reasons why he missed that previous poor forehand, was because he was aware of wanting to go to Stepanek instead of Paes. So he went with his least favourite shot, the forehand down the line.
So the first chances of the match to break for Peya and Soares here.
Use deciding point, receiver's choice.
It'll be the same man who'll get the second go. It's an interesting eye formation they operate, isn't it? Because actually, you can probably tell me a little more, Ash, but the eye formation that Paes operates with Stepanek, Paes is actually quite central, isn't he? His left leg is over the centre line, which generally, for an eye formation, you'd expect it to be a little more to the right. So a couple of feet just inside the centre line. Reason for that, for them? Just he trusts his volleys, he backs his movement at the net a little more, or...?
Yeah, he's sort of trying to bait you to go into the open court, backing his speed and athleticism.
There's that very old school flat forehand from Paes again.
Love 15.
Oh, nicely done. Beautiful movement off the return.
Love 30.
Such a simplicity, just meets the ball nicely, not a lot of backswing, and then because Stepanek takes the ball so early, because he's moving forward already into the return, it makes him very easy for him to transition into the net.
Fifteen, 30. At 30 on.
Was lucky. Almost Irish player. It didn't mean the drop shot to be quite as deft as that.
40-30.
He does a good job, though, getting this ball to Paes' backhand. Paes not nearly as dangerous off that backhand side.
Maybe I did him a slight injustice as well. I'm a tough customer, Ash, you know.
Soares just didn't fully commit to that move. And as a result, he distracted Alexander Peya.
So once again, a deciding point will determine the outcome of the game.
Time violation. Warning. Paes.
Interesting. Alex Peya given a warning. Missed it, and there was a chance for the one down the line, but Stepanek doesn't take it. So, Peya and Soares with a 2-1 advantage.
Yeah, 15 love.
There's some talk. I was talking to a member of his team, Paes, in the summer, and they were saying that he's very keen to play until the Olympics next year. In 2016. And if he were to play until 2016, he'd be a 7th Olympic Games for Paes. Quite astonishing.
It's almost as astonishing as the fact that he's yet to get a medal in doubles in the Olympics. There's a bronze medalist in singles.
Was that 92 or 96? Oh, no. I think he first played in 92. Yeah, Atlanta 96, I think it was. I think I'm right in saying as well that if he does play in a 7th Olympic Games, I think no male athlete has ever done that. I have to get that checked, but I think I'm right in saying that that is the case.
That's been disappointing for Soares, the way he's returned the Paes second serve. Bruno's an exceptional returner, particularly off seconds.
14-13.
I stand corrected. Just been informed by a good team here that there is a gentleman called Ian Miller, who apparently has competed in 10 Olympic Games in equestrian.
Left for service.
Oh, he's let it go and may have found the line here.
Change the call. Baseline. What is calling?
He was blocking me. I don't know.
Good leave. Bad call.
Stepanek. 2 games off.
It's not just the fact the return goes down the line, is it? But it's
Love
where
15.
it lands on the court. That's so awkward.
And also the forward pressure that Paes applies after the return. He's coming in. You're hitting up, and you've got a guy charging at you.
A little too heavy-handed from Alex Peya, who did really well initially. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go.
Love 13.
Well, I think Bruno Soares is just asking that surely the returner's got to be ready.
Yeah, he's a little annoyed.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, well, they've already got a time violation, and he was ready to go. Had to wait, and then, for some reason, hit another first serve. Oh.
Fifteen, 30. Sergio.
He's only a couple of inches away from being spot on.
What Paes does really well with his chip backhand is it's an aggressive chip. He really steps into it. It's almost like he takes it early, uses his feet very well.
It doesn't float, does it?
No, he's looking to be offensive. And that's all to the end of Paes. His movement forcing Soares to push that volley wide. Good return by Stepanek setting it up.
Well, they haven't got a particularly good conversion rate so far today. Only 1 from 8 on the break points, Paes and Stepanek. But another deciding point. Good first serve. Stepanek can't convert again. So, Paes and Stepanek, having won the first set, are struggling to make a breakthrough in the second.
Soares lead 3 games to 2.
It's all about the IQ of the game, isn't it? It's all about finding the space on the court. And Paes and Stepanek do it so well.
Yeah, not giving your opponent the same sort of shot twice. If you volley deep with one volley, then the next ball short.
It's a good lesson for club players as well to watch Paes and Stepanek play, to find the gaps on the court. So easy just to go with the volley where you're just trying to find deep. Of course, you've got to have the skills to pull it off, but you've also got to have understanding of where to hit at the right time. And of course, being in doubles, there aren't that many gaps on the court anyway, so makes it even more important.
Thirteen, 15.
Stepanek just a little distracted there with that volley because he saw Paes cutting across.
Sergio.
Yeah, really good spot there. Just put it in the middle. You're never quite sure whose ball it is.
Could not place that serve
30.
better. Right in the corner. Again, not hit that hard. It's just 118 miles an hour, but skidding off the line.
Okay.
So they hold firm.
Stepanek.
Well, he hasn't got much air anyway, so that's a bit harsh.
15 love.
Well, the reason Soares misses this is because he didn't want to go at Paes.
15 on.
This is the first point where Stepanek gets one on the melon. Bruno's got to do a little more with that first volley. It was a good move because he was going to his right and then he realised that he could get his racket on the ball. So he came back to intercept the ball, but just too many second chances for Paes Stepanek.
Threatening a break once more.
And 30 on.
Just watch the footwork from Paes. Watch how he comes into the court to meet the ball.
Beautiful. Barely put a foot wrong today. He had a pace.
Good return.
30, 14.
He's very dangerous with this forehand. It's not the prettiest looking swing, but he can do so much with it. The hand-eye coordination is truly remarkable.
So more chances. Can Stepanek take one?
Yeah. No.
Stepanek's been a little off colour in the last few games off the return. Had chances to seal it, get the break, and that's a bad miss again.
Receiver's choice.
And that's why Paes is going to take this one.
It's a little heavy from Stepanek, and they still can't find a breakthrough in set number 2. Intriguing stuff here. It's 4-3 for Paes.
At 15 love.
second time in a couple of games they've been
15
caught split down the middle.
Now, Paes thinks this one's going out. It's not completely clean. It's been a disappointing shot from Alexander Peya today. That forehand from the back, he's missed on a number of occasions. Balls that he's usually pretty confident making.
14-15. Paes, Stepanek.
So good serving from Leander Paes once more. Certainly make a good coach, won't he, if he decides to do a bit of that at the end of his doubles days, Leander. His partner did a few returns as well.
Pretty tough matchup for Peya Soares. Really the number 2 seed here, number 2 team in the world. Come in, they've never played this event, and to play a 2-time Grand Slam doubles team champion. The neat part of this format is there's no way to work your way into an event. Typically, Peya Soares start out tournaments having a bye in the Masters 1000s and then playing a team that's not the caliber of who they're playing today.
But I guess by the same token, if they do have a slightly bad day today, at least they're not out of it.
Yeah, it's forgiving.
Yeah. And who knows, they will still come away with a victory here.
15.
Still plenty of ground to cover in this one, you feel. Who knows? It could well be the case, because Paes and Stepanek have not taken their chances in this second set, and credit to the number 2 seeds who hung tough and can now apply some pressure of their own here.
Big as a rematch of the Wimbledon final.
And of course, it was Paes and Stepanek that ended the Bryans' hopes in New York of winning that Grand Slam in the calendar year in the semi-finals. This is interesting to hear the Bryans speak afterwards that in a strange kind of way, they're almost glad it was over, as it had been on their mind for a long time. Of course, they wanted to win it, but when it did happen for them, it was almost a relief, and it was almost affecting their. It was their thought process the whole time was about winning the Grand Slam, as you can completely understand. That's world class from Alex Stepanek. How well he did here.
14 love.
Yeah, just stays down nice, and just a little flick of the wrist.
14-15.
Aggressive volley.
Paes, Stepanek.
More smiles from the out of Paes. Been hard to wipe it off his face today.
5 games on.
Well, the fact that they're 2 back on first serves means that's a difficult volley, but Stepanek can hit it and not be concerned about a net man.
Yeah, were you always an advocate of 1 up, 1 back off the return?
Well, I feel like it's a sort of a per match basis. What's going on? Are you getting points started? If the net man's in the second lot of returns, then I like to play 2 back and not give him as big of a target. It's one thing to have a plan as a tennis player, but you always have to recognize, is it working? Do I need to adjust it?
Fifteen love.
Stepanek has had better days returning. Certainly hasn't been very clutch today. They've generated so many break chances.
The intensity and the energy they had that they built up at the start of the first has just dwindled a little bit, isn't it? As
a little bit of
result,
frustration out there from Paes, Stepanek. They feel like this match perhaps should be over already.
It's not. It's far from it, actually.
Peya, Soares.
Paes here knows he doesn't in this set. Paes couldn't finish it, so he let his partner do it.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to lose a point from Paes Soares. They made their opponents hit a lot of overheads. There was movement of the net after the return.
30 love.
Stunning return, his best perhaps of the match.
Yeah, Peya hit a similar return in the final at Valencia against the Bryan brothers. Bob Bryan serving on match point.
Could have had it. One that got away.
Peya Soares changed the call. Left for sideline. The ball is called out.
It's a good job he can smile about it. This one is just wide. It is.
Goal stands 14-15. Left for service.
Myself. He missed it. I call it.
Arguably the best game that Peya and Soares have put together, returning.
40-13.
Second serve a little early. Because Paes gets into the net so quickly, you've got to take that second serve early. Take time away from Paes. Get the ball on him quickly. And then give him something to think about. Give him some movement at the net.
Oh, he's made a really good return there as well.
And it was Peya's move at the net to force Paes to get cute with that. And he missed it wide.
Deciding point, receiver's choice.
So will they get a reward here? Because they've earned themselves a set point. And a third chance to break of the match.
Soares needs to have the same aggressive mentality. Take this second serve return early. Good footwork stepping into the court.
He's missed it. A slight bit of indecision from Paes and Stepanek.
One, 0. Paes, Stepanek.
Bitterly disappointed with that, as you can see. Good return, but by his standards, a relatively comfortable volley.
Oh, he read that. He actually read it too well, where he just didn't have any room. He ran into it. But Paes reads this lob. He's already moving back.
Paes,
And then
Stepanek.
this is phenomenal hands. And then a great move from Paes, but he gets jammed. He was hoping for a better shot from Leander Paes.
He's had them a fast start, 3-0, and he knows there's a chance. So a lot of work to be done now for the #2 team on the year. It was almost the case of who got to the ball first, wasn't it?
3-1.
Could have been slightly
Paes,
nasty.
Stepanek.
Bathroom Blake has certainly done Leander Paes some good.
4-1.
Yeah, he takes it upon
Paes,
himself just to
Stepanek.
take over these situations.
Oh, well played, Bruno Soares, with I think Paes and Stepanek had almost switched off. I don't think they thought that was coming back.
Paes, Stepanek.
Good athleticism.
And the quality of shot, just getting there was impressive, but then he still had a very difficult ball to hit. Soares, incredible touch, getting it down.
That's Scott. Trying to coach his team to victory here. Of course, nothing he can do right now.
Left for service. 5-2. Paes, Stepanek.
Good serve again. Forehand side.
5-3. Paes, Stepanek.
Probably of the two sides, Paes chips better off the backhand, you'd say, Ash, slightly. Does roll the forehand a bit more, doesn't he? Can't chip that one back with any purpose, though. And once again, Peya and Soares keeping it close.
5-4. Paes, Stepanek.
Paes and Stepanek got the score wrong there.
6-4.
2 points too early.
Paes,
We know
Stepanek.
Soares had a play on that ball, had it not have hit Alexander Paes' foot. And this Paes Soares have got to make Stepanek beat them. He hasn't played a doubles match since the US Open. He's been focusing on his singles a little bit more.
Back on serve, would you believe it? Paes going a little early. Stepanek didn't really cover him, did he?
Well, it looked like an eye. Paes supposed to be coming left, and almost like he poached and looked for the ball. Just the ball wasn't that well hit. It went straight through the middle of the court.
For once, Stepanek makes a meaningful return.
That's
Oh, and a mess of things there that Alex Peya.
oh, what a return again from Leander Paes.
8-5. Paes, Stepanek.
Peya got in so quickly. That's what you're taught to do against a chip, and he actually overran the ball. They did well to stay alive. Good defense.
So it's on Leander Paes' racket here. 2 points will do it. And you make that just the one. Clutch volley again.
They're
at match point.
Stepanek. Good.
That's been a good adjustment that Peya's made, taking that serve early and following it forward, taking time away from Paes. He started out this match trying to chip a lot of backhand returns, and Paes was just getting in too quickly.
What a super point. Great hustle from Paes. And Stepanek couldn't deliver at the end.
Yeah, good hands from Paes there.
9-7.
They really were staying alive well. And
Paes, Stepanek.
Peya makes a good little stick save on his back foot.
A dramatic finish here. Third match point. Oh, brilliant. And they continue to deny them.
That's a brave second serve from Soares. Gives
9-8.
Paes a look at this with a phenomenal backhand volley from Peya.
Paes, Stepanek.
I'd be surprised if Leander Paes isn't able to get his racket on this return.
So a lot going on out there right now. Match point once more. Leander Paes does make it happen. He led from the front today, right from the start. The leader in his team. And he, Radek Stepanek, the US Open champion.
Start to finish. Not many teams can just pick up